Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Oh Beautiful here, and I would like to welcome everybody to my channel. I want to talk to you about something that has been weighing very heavily on my mind and my heart in reference to a developmental delay that I, myself, and my daughter, as you know, my daughter and I did a mukbang about a week ago, and we talked about her having her son at an early age, and we also talked about the situation with her life after having her child. But what we didn't stress more about, which I'm going to talk about right now, is the subject of autism. Now, a lot of people, don't know too much about this disease in reference to the signs and the symptoms of what to look for when your child, your baby, your infant, and your toddler is developing. A lot of people don't know really what to look for. And I am not a medical professional, so I can't tell you exactly, a whole, opening about, the signs and symptoms, because every child is different. I can't tell you that, oh, your child will do this, or oh, your infant or your toddler will do that. I'm not a doctor. I can't specifically tell you. You have to go talk to your pediatrician, in reference of, what's going on in that area of what, explain to them what your child is doing, and you have a concern about your child have a developmental delay and being autistic. So for me, my grandson is 4, and he has developmental delay, and he's considered to be autistic. He is diagnosed with autism. He does different things, and what we noticed about him in reference to his autism is we noticed he wasn't doing a lot of things that other children his age range were doing, meaning nonverbal. He wasn't verbally communicating. It took him a while to learn how to walk. He's still not potty trained. He does the flapping of the hands. He does the outbursts of the screaming. He communicates, and I say talks, not like talking like you and I would have a conversation, or you and another, toddler or child will have a conversation. His talking is a little bit of babbling, like he's a baby. But he's very loud with his communication. And he doesn't grasp onto a lot of things quickly as a child his age. Sometimes he doesn't have eye-to-eye contact with the person that's talking to him. Sometimes he does. There are numerous things that he does which we were concerned about in reference of his autism. With that being said, we got him tested, and we talked to his physician, and with that situation, she got him a referral in reference to things that we had explained to her in reference of that. He's on a waiting list right now because he is going to start getting occupational therapy and speech therapy, because he wants that, like I said, he's not verbally communicating like his age range. He says some things, he also repeats as if you say something to him and he'll repeat it sometimes. He loves specific cartoons and he usually repeats what they say on the cartoon because he's watched this cartoon numerous times over and over again. So he knows when they're going to say something that he remembers at that point. Some people feel as though autistic children are slow, quote unquote, or they're considered retarded, the ignorant word for it. But in actuality, they're very smart. A lot of autistic children have grown up and becoming adults, and they have very good jobs. They make very good amount of money. They have very good jobs. They're able to take care of themselves, things like that. So, you know, people don't really understand. I wanted to bring the subject up to you guys because I saw my daughter. She brought to my attention a situation that happened to a young lady on Instagram that she follows, and I currently now follow on Instagram. And what happened with the young lady is that she has an autistic son, like my daughter. I don't know, I think he's maybe probably about, I think her son is like maybe, I think my daughter said he's probably like 5, or between maybe 2 and 5 or something like that. Maybe a little older. And they were at a restaurant, and like autism children, a lot of them, they're very loud, and they carry on verbally very loud. They yell, they scream, they have tantrums very loudly. And she was in this restaurant and she took a video of it on her Instagram, and I will insert her name at the bottom of this video so you guys can go check it out. And she's a young lady, maybe about in her 20s or whatever. And to make this situation, you know, to get to my point, her son is autistic, and she was at this restaurant, and this lady walked up to her and complained to her about him, how he was loud, how he was disturbing everyone, she needs to get a hold of him, and basically trying to make her feel like she should keep him quiet because they're in a restaurant. When my daughter brought this to my attention, I was very upset. I was very angry. And when she sent me the video and I looked at it, I was very heartfelt. Like, I felt for this girl, because I know what it feels like to have an autistic child in my life, which is my grandson, and someone walking up to you and telling you to keep your child quiet because of their own personal reasons. And of course, not to bring race into this situation, but she's the girl who has the autistic child, she's African American, and the lady that walked up to her is Caucasian. And I'm not trying to bring up race. This has nothing to do with race. But the fact that she walked up to her and said that to her, I was very angry, period. So she didn't, you know, say anything to the lady at that point. But what she ended up doing was walking back up to her at her own table and confronting her about it. And the woman kind of like dismissed her, like shooed her away. I am bringing up this subject, and I'm going to break it down in two parts of this conversation. This first part is I want to tell people who have autistic children to ignore, be strong, and not worry about what somebody else thinks about your child. Don't feel embarrassed. Don't feel intimidated. Don't feel upset in reference to what is going on with your child that you are trying to control because of somebody else not knowing what is going on in your life, just to say something to you in reference to how they think you should react to your child. I know having an autistic child is very frustrating. I know that from experience. But you got to have a lot of patience. You got to have a lot of patience. You have to have a lot of learning, because a lot of people don't know what to do. And so you do your research, you try to learn, and you try to just grow with it and take it day by day, minute by minute, hour by hour. That's what you do. You don't let anybody make you feel less than because of their own personal issues that they have regarding something that they don't know anything about. This is the second part of this conversation. For people that have no clue, and you're in a store, or you're in a restaurant, or you're somewhere in the public eye, and a child is crying, screaming, yelling, having an issue, a tantrum, whatever the situation may be, and the parent is trying to console their child, or the parent is trying to, help that child, or if the child is talking loud, or the child is doing whatever they are doing that's not convenient for your personal area, or your however you feel that the child should be acting, mind your business. Mind your business. You don't know what somebody else is going through. Mind your own business. That has nothing to do with you. You don't walk up to somebody. You don't stare. You don't look. You don't make faces in disgust like you're just irritated because a child is doing all these things, where you think a parent needs to grab control of this child and make this child, quote unquote, be quiet or calm down, or like some people say, shut up, because of their ignorance based on where you are in the environment. You don't know what people are going through. You don't know if this child has a developmental delay. You don't know. So until you do know, mind your business. Stop interfering in people's lives based upon what you feel they should do, or based upon how you feel someone should act in the presence of you with a child. Walk away, go somewhere else. That's why it's numerous places around in the world. It's numerous Walmarts. It's numerous restaurants. It's numerous things. It's numerous places to go. People need to learn how to understand and just think if you were in that person's shoes. People need to learn how to have consideration and compassion for other people. You need to have compassion for people. Stop interfering with things that are going on with people that you may not understand. A lot of things went through my mind when I saw that video. And I'm the type of person, I try to maintain my composure and act accordingly, but sometimes it takes a lot. And I'm the type of person that I'm like this. Don't say anything to me about my kids. Period. In reference to you thinking that you don't, being as though you don't know me. Like that lady didn't know her. Walking up to her and just having an attitude and telling her what she should do. A lot of things went through my mind at that point, and they weren't positive. But I'm glad she took the positive route, because that situation could have gotten very nasty and ugly. So I'm here to let you guys know, you never know what a person is going through. You never know. Have compassion for each other. Stop staring. Stop giving dirty looks. Stop walking up to people trying to tell people what they should and shouldn't do. Stop. You don't need to do that. That is not what the world should be about. You don't know. Autism Awareness Month is in April. Please do your research. Think about another person. Think about what a parent may be going through. And just accept that this is a part of everybody's world. Everybody. Because everybody goes out into this world and sees and meet different types of people. So I'm just letting you know that this is what's going on. And all I can say is thanks for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe. And if you understand what I'm saying, or if you have an autistic child or autistic grandchild, or you know someone that's autistic and you feel like, you just want to have a conversation and you feel like sometimes you're frustrated, I understand. Comment below and let me know, how you feel. And please understand, you're not the only one going through this. I promise you. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you also for subscribing. And for my new subscribers, thank you for coming on and subscribing to my channel. I appreciate you very much. Have a good day, guys. Bye.